I am Joseph George. I am not a native English speaker, so please pardon me with my mistakes in English. Today, I would like to discuss about an imaginary situation where the wave-like behavior of particle or wave nature of matter had been discovered prior to the introduction of the matter wave hypothesis by de Broglie. What if the wave-like behavior of matter had been discovered before to the introduction of the matter wave hypothesis? Scientists conducted an experiment with the electron in which in an absolute vacuum electrons are accelerated. They observed their path. They found that electrons are not traveling in a straight path. Instead, they travel in a wave-like path, in a wavy path. What they will think about this phenomenon? I think about the possibility that perhaps they will think like this. Since it's a vacuum, if an accelerated particle moves in a disturbed path or in a wave-like path, they will consider about the possibility that perhaps electrons are interacting with something that filled in space. They will consider about the possibility that perhaps the accelerated electrons are constantly collide with some tiny particles that fill in space. This causes the electrons to move in a wave-like path. If we pass this electrons which moves in a wave-like pattern, if we pass this into a double slit setup, these electrons will interfere, constructively and destructively interfere, and it will create an interference pattern. If we shoot one electron at a time, also since it moves in a wave-like path, it will still create an interference pattern. In fact, this can explain one of the most celebrated or one of the greatest mysteries in physics. If this had happened, the history of the science would be different than today's. The quantum mechanics, wave mechanics, and the structure of the atom would have been different than today's understanding of the atom and the universe. So, what if the wave nature of matter had been discovered prior to the introduction of the matter wave hypothesis? Today's science would have been different than today's. Another consequential fact is that if space is filled with such a type of particles or matter, scientists may think that perhaps in the universe some type of process or reactions which release or produce this type of space filling particles of matter. This is another line of thought. So that we will discuss later. Anyhow, today uh, we will think about this possibility. It will be very interesting to think in this way. So I recently published a book. You can read my book. You can download my book at free of cost. Links are provided in the description. Thank you for watching.